So yeah, final matchup of the night. JosephJoestar316, Papa Plywood himself. Should be a good one. And we will get these runners ready, and we will get her going.
Okay. Do you want to do a countdown, or should I?
I'm doing it. So
Okay.
And away we go. Here in a moment. All right, there's Joe. Joe's off. Plywood's off. Race 3, day 1, week 1. It is underway.
I've been so looking forward to this match. I really have. I think it's in my opinion, it was my pick for the really good match. So two contenders. Joe is just PB'd 103.35 yesterday, so he's been practicing hard. Plywood, legend of Metal Gear speedrunning, not typically a very easy player, but definitely has the skill set to become insanely good at this category. I'd say out of everyone, he's probably played it the least, maybe like second least in the league, and he's already got like a really good time, a 105. I'm looking forward most to seeing how he progresses in the game, right? Like where he ends up in 11 weeks' time.
He's actually up to a mid 104 already. He just hasn't thrown it on the boards yet. He has said publicly his goal is a 102. He does want a 102, wants to be in that elusive club. So
it's not easy to get to. It's really not easy to get to. For context, I've been playing for 2 years now. And I don't feel like I've got a sniff of a 102. Not yet, maybe in 11 weeks' time. Both right side Olgas for both players.
Nice. Very consistent.
You want a right side Olga. Like, right side Olga, there's no pressure. You just got after the third shot, she can run forward or run back. Oh, Plywood misses one of the shots. You don't want that to happen. It won't end up too bad because Joe's Olga ran back and Plywood's ran forward. Good recovery.
Good recovery. Pretty even so far, about a second-ish apart. But yeah, solid Olgas by both, for sure.
It is cool to see Plywood picking the game up so fast. Kind of reminds me of Bestwick, right? Bestwick didn't take long for his good player. Joe with the dav drop, right?
Wow, so that's 2. Myself and Joe with the dav drop. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, so dav drop is an animation cancel. If you're unequipped and you spam square as you're heading towards a ledge, there's a chance you can skip the animation. It saves about half a second. Found by a runner in 2004, but we didn't notice until recently.
Every little bit counts in this category.
Possible hostile sighted. Send backup.
And I believe they both do the swag strat in engine room, right?
They do, yes, that is correct. So we should see that. And Joseph just shooting the USP there for reasons. You don't have to do that. Those USP bullets are actually somewhat valuable. I try not to waste those. My M9 bullets, I got a bajillion of those, who cares? So, swag strat with the engine room. Joe had to adjust just a tiny bit. Plywood got... Oh, he dropped on top of the guard, so this is going to be a slower engine room for Plywood. Unfortunate.
Yeah, this becomes a normal engine room at this point where you get... Because the whole swag strat is based around causing a caution to skip the cutscene when you enter the room with the Semtex. Saves like 1 second. And there's so much like involvement in setting it up. But clean from Joe, he gets it.
Yeah, a little bit late on the roll upstairs, but it's effective. And clean center by Joe, pretty spot on and good with Plywood as well. So neither of them blew up the ship. It's a good sign. Sign of good.
Yeah, we haven't had a ship blow up yet. Tino came close. Tino came really close. But he managed to recover it. Unfortunately, if you go too close to the bomb, Otacon will call you. It's a mandatory codec, so it forces you into the codec screen for Otacon to tell you that the Semtex there.
Both going with the USP version of Deck 2. Trying to avoid the alert. Oh, Joe got the alert. He skated by one dude.
Yeah, they both got it. They both got it.
Wow, Joe is incredibly lucky he didn't get kicked.
I hate that strat. Like, I don't get why people don't just do the normal strat where you hug the right and shoot the guard, and you never I literally feel no pressure in deck 2.
Because I always get an alert. Like,
You're doing it. Your movement's bad. You're doing it wrong.
all right, guard rush for these two folks. Joe's up first. He could do the M9 start and then USP the rest of the guards.
It's important to kill the guards in third person because they get the quick death animation. If the guards can have a quick and slow death animation, and you need to get the guards out as quickly as possible in order to progress through that room fast. Clean from both, right? Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, about a second apart.
Plywood with a one-punch buffer on the ladder glitch. That is such a like an old school runner mentality. Joe fails ladder glitch. Can he recover it? Just fire the USP. It's done, Joe.
Just fire it. Just
fire the
it.
USP.
It's this is bad. This is okay. Whatever. That still might net being. I don't know. That might net being faster. I don't know.
Plywood with the roll
climbing,
strat.
not with climbing down as well, but
Plywood with domino strat as well. He's looking so strong.
That's risky. Yeah, pretty big blow for Joe right now, but it's still early. Anything can happen.
With players with this much variance between them, you know, going behind at tanker, it isn't over. It really is not over. Oh, Joe got the triple guard turnaround.
Ooh, that was sick.
When your movement it's a little bit slow because every time you nudge the guard, you're slightly slower. But if you move wrong at all there, you're getting caught. That's
Joe with
scary.
Spot as well. Interesting tankers. Interesting tankers. That photo's sketchy from Joe. That's pretty wide.
I was about to say it doesn't look right, but exceptional from Plywood. When he said he was doing a stream on the MGS2 channel the other day playing VE, and he was like, "I'm going to get 102," and I said to him, "Who are you? Like, I don't know you as a VE player. Like, what do you mean you're going to get a 102?" But he looks like a guy who is aiming for a 102 now.
He does, and he's had some mixed feelings on VE in the past. He said it's not his favorite category. Well, we'll leave it at that. But we got him in the league, and now he's gonna get invested. Maybe we'll see the 102. Who knows?
I think he'll always like the fact that so many people are playing it and getting involved. Like, it's an extremely, not just popular category based on the number of runs on the board, but also with active players who want to play it all the time.
Be interesting to see who goes for the M9 here. If either one of them go for it. Unnecessary meme.
I think they'll both go for it. That's my guess. Both of them will go for it.
I think Joe will for sure. Plywood's iffy.
Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. Gotta get those extra M9 bullets. So important. Now, I didn't see what gun they both finished the tanker with, but I'm assuming they're going for the menu manipulation.
Yeah, so if you end tanker on USP, you can quick equip to the M9. Furthermore, if you unequip said M9 before you reach the Pliskin cutscene, you don't touch your R2 button until you hit Stillman. You can then quick equip the M9 again after Stillman. All like 5 hours of science to save about 0.3 of a second. So
yeah,
that's how it works.
I think Joe's deep sea dock there, I think that lost him time. It looked like it lost him time. He was messing around like punching the guard and then dodging a bullet. I don't think it lost a lot of time, but it's weird the way guard interactions work with the elevator. And Ghost in the chat said, "Do you think Eva will go for swim glitch?" Now, I really don't know about Plywood, what he does what he does there.
I think Joe, like 1000%.
He's been doing it more and more, right? Like, he's looking more and more comfortable with it all the time. Now, Joe is mainly a European Extreme player. And he also plays, you know, console and PC as well. So he's getting more and more used to it. I've seen him go for it in all kinds of runs recently. My guess would be that he will go for it. I don't think I've seen Plywood do it. I don't know if he can, basically.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure. I'll hedge and say no. Like, I don't see any reason. I've never seen him go for it. I think Joe's gonna do it if he's ahead. Like, I think he's just
Something
gonna
he
go
said
pedal
on
to the metal.
Yeah, something he said on comms to me in the last race was that, like, you know, he used to feel that way about it, where he would go for it if he's kind of behind or needs to get it as like a Hail Mary type strat. But he said to me in
Yeah.
the stream, I've just been going for it more and more, no matter what, in races, and sometimes obviously it can fail. It's a dangerous strategy to go for. But yeah, I think he's feeling it. I really think he's feeling it, and the way he played yesterday.
Yeah, especially if the gap stays the way it is up until that point, which there's a lot of game in between that. I think he will go for it. But anyway, on to bomb disposal. Looks like Plywood got the menu trick that we were talking about earlier. Joe just coming out of the Stillman cutscene that's 69 hours long.
Yeah, so we equip the M9 and the coolant as we begin the BC bridge. Oh, sorry, CD bridge. And we pretty much have those menus for the whole bomb disposal section. The reason we equip the coolant like that is because we use the previous menu selection. So when we press R2, it picks whatever we had last. So we can switch between two items really quickly. For bomb disposal, the M9 is used for taking out any guards, and obviously the coolant's used for diffusing bombs. It's one of the things that really speeds up this run, learning how to menu with previous.
Who's there? Huh? Who's that? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup. You.
All right, Plywood out of
approached that-
strut. Go ahead.
No, sorry, we approach that bomb in strut D because when we crouch and begin diffusing, we can get a fast bomb. Certain positions on bombs allow you to defuse them faster. It's 1.25 seconds faster if you get a fast bomb. You
Yep.
can't do it on every bomb.
Yeah, it looks like Joe with a little bit cleaner strut D. Plywood ended up getting shot once by the guard, but not too big of a deal.
Yeah, you never care about getting shot, right? It's getting kicked that's the worst.
Yeah. It's like 3 seconds.
Raiden takes such a long time to recover from being kicked onto the floor, so we never really approach guards, or we try never to approach guards. Like, bum rush them. And on strut E heliport, the bomb is underneath the Harrier, and now Plywood's going to do a coolant rise,
Very
which
good.
allows him to get up on the first frame. If you begin to stand up with coolant and switch weapon, it makes you stand up immediately. It's a trick that's used quite a lot during bomb disposal. It's really, really useful.
Plywood with that all-important one cartwheel down the long set of stairs, one cartwheel club.
Yep. The rival gangs of MGS2 speedrunning. One or two
little bit of
cartwheels on the bridge.
kerfuffle
Yeah.
there with Joe with the coolant. Kind of weird. All right, so Plywood, I think he's going to go for the pick up the mine strat that I do. I've seen him do this.
He's come a long way in such a short time, right? Oh, he's
He's
going
playing
safe. He's going safe. He's keeping his lead.
Interesting.
I respect it. I respect it so much.
All right. He's still new to it, so yeah, respectable. I think Joe will play it safe though. I don't think he knows the other strat. Yep,
I
just
do
gonna play it
apologize.
safe.
I probably should switch sound. Should we try Plywood sound for a little bit? See how that's feeling.
Yep.
There's somebody there.
Ooh,
Oh, he got
Plywood
kicked on
gets
FA.
kicked. Ooh,
Oh, such
that's
a nightmare. 'Cause
unfortunate.
You risk getting hit by the second guard because that
All right. At least he got out of there clean, but ugh.
That aim shot as he's coming down the stairs can sometimes be super awkward. You don't want to get kicked by the assault team guard as well. Getting kicked there is really common. Like, you get used to it. You'll see plenty of runners get kicked on the FA bridge over the course of this tournament for sure.
Meanwhile, Joe gets out of there nice and clean, textbook. So he'll gain a couple seconds for that.
Nice
Plywood
setup on the bomb.
Yep,
Plywood.
very good. Good coolant rises. A little hesitant, a little safe.
He did such a mixture of strategies. On the way in, he did the coolant rise into cartwheel prone, and then he did the normal where you stand up in the position, crouch, and turn for the bomb. And then on the way out, he coolant rised up and ran to and didn't cartwheel to go into prone. So he did like such a weird mixture of strategies.
Joe with a fairly clean bomb as well. A little early on the crawl, but still effective.
If you looked at everyone's strut A's, there's such a variance in that room. You can lose a lot of time in that room.
They are literally one room apart right now.
Every credit to Plywood keeping a lead in this race.
For sure. Been out visiting some family today, just was away from the computer and stuff. And he's like, all right, I'm going to hop into this chair, win this race, and get the hell out of here. So,
Sometimes it can be really beneficial to not overplay before a race.
mhm.
Like, you don't just want to play for 8 hours and then do your race. Like, I find not playing the day of the race can be really good. Just don't over practice, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, don't burn yourself out. Like, for me, I fooled around with a couple strats today, like the Claymore strat, the Ray strat, but I don't really practice all that much per se. And some people are different. Some people like the grind, and it benefits them. Joe picking up the chaff grenades early, so he's going to be playing it ultra safe come post fortune on the roof. He doesn't want to get hit by the mine.
I've got to say, it was a clean pickup holding his gun around to get the fast turn. There's very few places in the run where you need to turn 180 degrees, right? So using the aimed gun for that made it slightly faster.
Yeah, it takes about 2 seconds to pick that up, whereas getting hit by the mine loses about 3. So, not a bad play. It's a safe play. And good cartwheel for Joe into the
Very
center.
excellent. It's difficult to do that. I saw Tino do that as well. That isn't an easy cartwheel at all.
No, not at all.
And all cartwheels are not equal. Some cartwheels save more time than others. That's one that definitely saves a lot of time because it doesn't have any end lag on the cartwheel animation. It just has the initial burst. And I think we could take up the whole stream talking about cartwheel science, right? But I'll shut up about that. We've got 11 weeks worth of that to come.
If you want to learn this run, don't cartwheel. Like, it ain't worth it.
Please don't.
Oh, speaking of cartwheels, Joe.
I saw it.
Oh my.
If you're not directly in the center of the room, Joseph, unfortunately finding out that you can hit the door on either side, that's one of the more costly ones because you go into prone and moving in prone is so slow. So unfortunate. Plywood keeps his lead.
352 going down the elevator. You want to aim for a 353, ideally. Joe's going to be at about a 350 just because of that cartwheel.
Yeah, the time left during the race to the deep sea dock bomb, we can use that during the run to kind of time out our pace and see how well we did. And just as a side note, if you do want to learn this run, D-Limes does have a tutorial for MGS2, very easy and normal if you want to try out that difficulty as well. If you just go D-Limes13 on YouTube. Always be people willing to help you out with this game too.
Oh, Joe too far away from the bomb.
He went to shoot it with the M9 as well. I was like, oh, what's he doing?
Bomb skip. So, all right, Plywood starting his fortune, doing a punch buffer to start with, and crouching. Very, very important sequence to get fortune to blow up the forklift, the barrels, the lights, stuff like that. As long as he does everything in the correct order, he should be all right.
Yeah,
now this is
an old setup, right?
Yeah, this is a safe setup. It's not the new go bait to the boxes in the front and do the barrels. He's doing kind of a hybrid of it.
Yeah, the way Plywood's doing it has a higher variance. The most important thing, the real meat of the time save comes from the forklift blowing up. The rest of it is just like additional seconds here and there that you can save. So it's kind of an older and safer setup as well.
Meanwhile, Joe doing the more modern approach.
Yeah, it's risky. The modern approach is risky because when you're behind the golden barrel, fortune can sometimes still hit you. Interesting side note, if she shoots the golden barrel and the elevator cutscene plays, you get iframes, so the barrel explodes next to you, but it doesn't actually damage you. If she doesn't play an extra voice line here, Joe might have caught up on this fortune. Not tons, but a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. It's looking fine. Yeah, yeah, maybe a second or two, but not too much.
Such an important fight, Fortune. Surreal. It can really change the pace between two runners if you get things like the additional voice line, or if she shoots you and does some damage to you. Joe can just take that extra A roof safe because he picked up the chaffs earlier.
Yep.
You can go chaffless, as D-Lime showed. You don't actually need any chaffs in this run. But that's relatively new. I think that'll get picked up more and more as time goes on. I've messed with it. Plywood's messed with it a little bit.
Kind of a awkward pickup for Plywood for the Claymore. Cartwheel too early.
Yeah, there's a specific line on the floor we used to time that. I normally hug the right of the room as well. It's one of those you get blown up by it once, and so you'll start cartwheeling from further and further back, and then you'll edge closer to it, you'll get blown up by it again. If you hug the right, you'll hit that claymore earlier. They're kind of cartwheeling from the middle of the room, where you have to go slightly further. But yeah, this race absolutely not over. We have it's too close to be over at this point. But I was going for the fast bomb setup. I don't think he got it.
No, he did not get it. So
It's slightly too much to the left, right?
a little too close too. But yeah, lethal Fat Man likely from both. Plywood just going for a far away bomb, and then just getting Fat Man on the ground, taking a couple shots, then try to bait him to go south. Ideally, nope, he's gonna go west, which is the worst RNG.
I don't know if you've ever seen Joe's setup, but he does a completely different setup for fast bomb on the
Oh, he's
heliport.
blocked! Oh, Fat Man, how dare you!
Evil boss. When you initially do the final shot to him, he raises his head and you can run past, but you have to really time it out. Joe stands so
bait.
far from Fat Man and it works out.
Very
It
good.
works out so well.
I've also seen BMN do that, and that works on occasion too. Joe saved some time for sure and
Oh,
caught
yeah.
up.
I'm terrified of doing that, by the way.
Oh, no,
Oh, no.
Oh, I have done that before. That is awful. Oh,
Such a shame as well. You really started to begin to catch up with that Fat Man.
that's unfortunate.
Good from both, and as I was saying, like, standing far away from Fat Man's kind of scary. If he goes left, you're going to have a difficult time hitting him.
There's still plenty of elements of time in the run. We have Ames coming up, Harrier, Leap of Faith.
Not just Ames, but I know that Plywood has experimented with that Claymore B2, and I don't think Joe does it. I don't think Joe does it, right?
I like in order to show Joe anything, you have to like at him, DM him, add him again, and then DM him 2 more times, and then he'll finally notice something. So I showed him this while he was in a voice call, so he knows about it. I don't know if he's gonna whip it out.
Yeah, he was the one who called it. I'd kind of forgotten about it. Oh, Plywood D-padded on the EF bridge to get past the Claymore. I know Joe doesn't. He uses analog. And using analog is always a risk. Always a risk.
Oh, God.
He used D-pad. He switched to D-pad.
He got
that was so D-pad movement.
Oh, man. That was terrifying.
Yeah, he was in between 2 claymores there. It's difficult. If you're not really familiar with this game, it's difficult to see. But as he makes the diagonal line towards the EF bridge, towards the Shell 1 core, there's 2 claymores in the way, and you have to take a very specific line to not get blown up. So it can be extremely scary.
All right, let's see what Plywood does. Is he going to do the thing?
Do the thing, Plywood.
He is. He's doing it. Claymore strat.
Let's go.
And he's going to go with a punch buffer and go on the left side. Very good.
It's so cool to see him doing this.
And Joe's going to go for a more traditional approach, so he hasn't learned it yet. Very good to see out of Plywood. Very well executed so far. As long as he doesn't bump into the last guard, Radar is very useful for this strat, by the way. Clean.
So good. So
Absolutely
good.
clean. Big old pog for sure.
He did 3 punches and turned around. That's
Yeah,
kinda weird.
it's an alternate setup. It was actually the setup, and then I modified it. So
I mean, if whatever works for you, whatever works
Yep.
for you.
all right,
Let's
fly
see
with
this
aim.
aims. I got God aims, by the way. Did you pop off? It was ridiculous. Let's go God aims.
Ooh,
Oh, this is rough. Where is
worst
the
possible northwest.
northwest?
Northwest. Oh boy, take
Worst
the BDU
possible.
off. Take the B. He didn't take the BDU off either. All right, Joe. Not looking good. Oh, he's peeking. Interesting. Nice little strat there. He's just peeking. But he has the BDU off. So they both had Northwest. I think Joe's gonna have a slightly better time, A, because of the BDU, and B, because he peaked. So not a bad play.
Yeah, it was a good strat to take the BDU off there. It saves about a second and a half, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get a God aims counter, Glenn? It's just me.
There's someone else here. Send backup ASAP.
All right. Plywood with a relatively clean exit. Joe should be out of here standard. That was a really fast elevator. Like, wow. Like, just the elevator panel.
I think more time needs to go into those elevator panels, really.
Oh, Plywood
I
didn't
thought
go for it.
it looked
Oh,
like he was setting up for it, right? I thought he was going to do the
yeah.
aerial.
Everybody did it. So, well, I think. Did Tino do it?
Everyone, at least one person did it in every race.
Okay. So, and Joe didn't do. Oh, Joe Claymore. Ooh.
He's going to get shot a couple of times on the way in as well. Like,
Yep.
probably twice. Yeah, twice.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's horrible hitting that claymore because you never expect to hit it, so it'll make you jump a little bit.
It's little mistakes are adding up for Plywood, or for Joe, and Plywood's capitalizing. So
Plywood's
Harrier
playing nice. I've got to say he's playing nice.
but Harrier can screw all that up.
Yeah, Harrier doesn't care about your run. Harry, we joke and say a run's certainly when we were in the 104s and the 103s, we used to joke and say that like a run isn't really started until you've taken out all the sensors and killed the Harrier in a good time. We've seen a lot of races change here, historically in this game. It's the midpoint of the game. It's a little bit scary. I believe Plywood will go for a 5+1. I believe Joe will go for a 5+1 as well.
Yeah, I don't think either of them will go for a 2+ or 3+ like I do. So, and both of them are way more than capable of getting it too. All right, Plywood sensors. He's gonna do a different order. 1, 2. That was risky.
So close.
That
So
hitbox is very, very jank. So another pixel down, that probably would have been bye-bye bridge.
Hey, Plywood with the PSG1.
The PGS1, as Joe would
Yeah,
say.
no, I can't believe I said it. Joe does the sensor last, which to me is frightening.
He got it,
But he
though.
got it. He got it. Oh, Plywood with a dodgy
shot
first
from
shot.
Plywood. Missed shot.
See, you got to know your backups, because if you know your backups, you can do the 2+6 every time if you mess up any shot. That's why I like to practice with it no matter what.
So that's a 3+1. Joe with a 4-5 shot, high damage. +1.
This is really rough for Plywood.
Oh my. The tables have turned.
What did I just say? What did I tell you?
1 die shot.
2. It's done. He's out of there.
Joe is the lead. Just like that.
Oh, no, Plywood, no!
Oh, no. Wise to get the ammo because he needs it later, but yeah, that is rough.
Oh, I had to finish the fight there. He was literally about to get hit by the missiles.
Joe gets leap of faith.
Joe takes the lead. Excellent 5+1 Harrier. Historically,
Wow.
he's had trouble with it, but yesterday he was looking on fire with it, to be honest with you.
Perimeter can be rough, though. All right, good leap from Plywood.
Like, the Harrier is evil, right? The 5+1 that we go for, if you miss one shot, you're losing minimum 14 seconds. Minimum. And if you get to the phase where Plywood got to, you're losing 20 plus. It's an unkind fight. It requires a lot of practice to execute well. And you may think it's easy to just shoot those stingers at the Harrier. It's really not. You can only hit it at certain times. It's tough, right? It is a tough fight. Like,
Yeah, it is definitely brutal. Yeah, where's your chaff?
oh God, no! What is
He threw
this?
it late. He could get shot down if he's not careful. He's. Oh my goodness.
He was a
Oh
frame from
wow.
getting hit, but it does give you a cool camera angle, right? I don't think anyone's ever considered that.
Oh man.
Plywood, I mean, I guess we can call it a 500 IQ play since he pulled it off. He must have been scared when going for that wall.
I would have just hesitated and waited till the chaff went off, but all right. Joe and Shell 2 core. Plywood. Not too far behind, all things considered.
Not at all, but Joe has swim glitch in his arsenal, and I don't think Plywood does.
Joe's going for it. He doesn't care.
I think he'll go for it. I do think he'll go for it.
100,000%.
And Plywood obviously doing the D-Mic turn during the
Oh.
Olga cutscene, where you hold left to face the direction you're going to be going, which was invented by Plywood.
No,
Do you
I
know
thought
it?
it was in. I thought Young Snow invented it.
You might be correct.
A
And this
la
mandatory
time
codec.
save.
As you go into the water here, you just hold select as soon as Ryan's head goes under the water.
Excuse me. Good Nikita pickup from Joe. Nice and safe. He's
Yeah,
had
it's
trouble with
clean.
that historically.
Yeah. It can be difficult, right? You missed it the other day in practice.
Yes. Yep.
You lose a lot of time, and you end up in a really awkward position, and it's difficult to swim in the into the box once you've missed it. Plywood with a standard swim over the top and hit the hitbox. Not yet, Empire Bob. It's not swim glitch yet.
Oh,
Ooh.
trouble getting on the box for Joe. Just a wee bit there.
I hate climbing on top of that box. I absolutely hate getting on that box. I find it so awkward. He switches. He does the thing where you unequip the Nikita to make it explode early, but you're in the Stinger, so it's not really a time save, right? I feel like it's better to just let the Nikita hit it.
Yeah, I completely agree.
If you had a different weapon, then that would be a time save.
Yeah, anything that wasn't in first person view, for basically. All right. Let's see. Skip through the cutscenes and codex. Let's catch our breath a little bit.
I had to take a drink. Honestly, this has been incredible. So incredible.
I have run out of drink, so I'll be dry the rest of the way. But the moment we've all been waiting for, I think Joe will do it.
I think he'll do it. I really
Yep.
do.
Plywood won't. I can nearly guarantee that. Even though he's behind, I don't think he knows it.
I'm not sure if he's watching or not either.
I bet you know.
I'm just sat here holding my breath. I'm not sure what he'll do.
If you're smart, Joe, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would just swim round Joe.
He's
Joe, he's doing it.
There he goes.
Get up that wall.
Oh my god.
That's one cycle.
Damn.
And two.
Oh wow.
We are clean on the time save.
He just put the pedal to the metal and said, "Screw this! I'm winning this. Go away." Plywood playing it safe. That's gonna widen the gap. Unreal. Vamp.
Joe does what I call the
Clean.
Metal Gear Solid 3 vamp, where you hold R1 for the stinger.
Joe just doesn't give a
Excellent
crap.
stuff. Excellent stuff. Honestly, we really slowed down because we were just anticipating it. We couldn't think of anything. It was just like, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? I love seeing this from Joe. I love seeing this aggressive playstyle. Excellent swim glitch. And what do we have left? I mean, generally the game will whatever pace you have after whatever pace you kind of have after you get out of the water with Emma
here's
for the second time.
here's a question. Do you think after all the crap we've given Joe, he's gonna whip out the D mic?
No, absolutely not. He might yeah, no, he won't play the cutscene. Yeah, he will pull it out. He'll pull it out and play and point it at Snake. Yeah, I think he will. I don't know if you know, but Joe is a bit of a memer. I think that's fair to say, right?
Yeah.
He sometimes gets the D mic out on the oil fence and begins pointing it around to play the additional voice lines. It loses time. That's all there is to it. It loses time. It's one of the few places in the game where you can't gain any time, but you can lose it. And Joe will occasionally choose to lose it. Even in his PB run, not yesterday, but his previous PB had him aiming the D mic around, and he was aiming for a sub 104, and he got a 103.59. Like, he's a memer. Yeah, of course I could see him pull out the D mic.
Now remember, since Plywood didn't do swim glitch, he's gonna gain 8 seconds back initially, since he won't have to open this door that Joe just did. But the gap is still quite large at this point.
Yeah, it's just a difficult portion of the game where generally the lead will stick until the Jejunum, and then we'll begin to see difference in strategies and execution that can cause a lot of time loss and can change the pace of the game. Jejunum, Tengu 1, Tengu 2 are big areas for variance in time.
I've seen Jejunum lose 30. I've seen Tengu 1 lose 30. I've seen Tengu 2 lose 20. It ain't over till it's over.
There is like a spooky element of RNG inside Tengu 2, where Snake can perform much worse. Like generally, Snake will shoot all the Tengus really quickly, but occasionally his AI can get stuck in weird places. He can get like bumped by the Tengus the whole time he's not shooting. Like it's rare, but it can happen, and you can straight up just like lose a lot of time. I'd say it's like 1 in 100 it could happen, but it's a very, very scary room, especially if the race is close.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just
possible.
it's a room of huge variance anyway. Like, no Tengu 2s are ever the same, right? Like, something you can do with Emma when you bring her into the elevator, as soon as the camera changes, you can let go of her. So it looks like she's not in the door, but she will be in the door when the elevator door closes. I see people like pulling her into the whole elevator all the time, and it's just not worth it.
So for the viewers, the gap right now is 39 seconds. That's not insurmountable.
It's not at all.
Meanwhile, Joe got a successful bump.
To do the 5+1 Harrier, know you're ahead, and do swim glitch was exceptional. And I should have changed the captures over. My good friends in the chat. Yeah, my good friends in the chat. If you could let me know if I haven't done that, I'd appreciate it.
You're fired. I'll start doing your job.
Okay. You're welcome to it.
Yeah. No. Oh, a little bit of trouble for Ply. That looked awkward.
Yeah, extremely.
Crab. All right. Everybody's favorite part. Sniping's coming up. There's like a 5-minute skip that wait, no, that wrong game. if we can find a skip, say for the sniping section, you will win $1,000! Exclamation point bounty to learn more.
I don't think win is a fair word. Earn. You will earn $1,000 and the
You'll win,
respect
you'll
of
earn, you'll
multiple people.
obtain. You'll be a hero for life.
Oh yeah. And as we begin sniping, I do want to say this has been the first very easy league stream of week 1. We've seen 3 games of the 6 games that will be played per week. Every Thursday we will have a stream on the MGSR channel here, and we'll be showing you 2 or 3 of the games, possibly more, depending on people who want to get involved, but always at least 2, and we'll generally aim for 3. So we'll be here for the next 11 weeks, taking a break for holidays and things like that. I'll put the schedule in the chat for you.
And we know at least 2 of the matchups for next week on the MGSR channel. We'll have Tino against Beerish TV. And then we'll have Joseph Joestar again, but against Mac McD this time. So it should be some very exciting matchups for next week. We're working on getting a third, but stay tuned to the schedule for updates, and we'll keep you guys informed. The 3 remaining matches that'll be happening, they'll be on Discord streams in the MGSR server. I know tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern we'll have Makarov360 against Tyler 2022. Saturday is going to be Mac McD against Platonic Guy, time unknown, and then Mayu against Beerish Sunday evening at 6 Eastern. So, but those will be on the Discord. Yeah,
so they'll be happening at those times in Discord. Both the streams will be live, so you will be able to come and watch. Me and all Limes will be around, and we'll be commentating the match. It will be reffing, but really we'll just be watching and enjoying the matches. If you want to join the Discord and come and watch those games, you'll be more than welcome to. I saw you do it. You know what Limes just did there? Let me explain to you something, folks. Limes just posted the Discord in the chat, and then he went into general in MGSR, and he typed out welcome just in case anyone joined, because we get points for the first person to welcome someone into the server. We have a league table for that, so just while he's commentating, he's always on the hunt for more points. I think Plywood might
what
be.
Can I say?
I think Plywood might be drawing as a picture. I'm not sure what it says.
MGSR, maybe?
Let's go.
Very nice. Very creative.
I only saw the end of it, so
yeah, it like disappears after a while, but yeah, that's pretty good.
I like it.
Smart.
This bridge is always fun because when you're in a race, you'll look at the stream and you'll try and look at the Emma position on both screens and try and work out how far ahead you are of your opponent. If you're really close, it's the horrible area. So Joseph is not really messing around too much. No D-Mike, he is shooting Snake, which is always fun.
He did draw a smiley face at least.
He's not doing anything that will lose him time.
No, should be fine.
UL. Unlucky? Oh, DL. It's nice to see that people are drawing us pictures and stuff, keeping us entertained.
There's not much you can do here. I mean, just kind of a breathe, relax, take a break, use the bathroom, grab something to eat, watch dinner, maybe do your laundry or something, like
watch a movie.
Yeah. So, good times.
Tell us your favorite thing to use to do at the oil fence. I wonder what kind of vamp 2 they'll go for. Traditional. I play it really safe. I zoom fully in before I tap left and shoot him. There's multiple approaches you can do.
I think they'll both zoom and play it safe. Yeah, you can do a no zoom approach. You can do like a half zoom. It just depends. You can do it with your keyboard. There's a billion different ways to do it. All right, Joe coming up on his Vamp 2 fight. And he's gonna play it safe and zoom. Yeah, pretty bad skip as well.
Skip, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably lost like a full second for that. That looked
Oh
awkward.
yeah, for sure. So we'll see what Plywoods is like, and then I'll get you an update on the gap. 39 last time I said something.
Yeah, this area that Joe's about to come to, because he has you see the time left underneath the map. If you die during a time left section, it will put you right back to the start of it with a full timer again. So if he dies in this next room, it'll cost him about 30 seconds. Why would no zoom? Was that left on the keyboard or?
Don't know.
Couldn't tell if he moved. So one of the ways you can die in this room that Joe's in now is by trying to quick reload and ending up on the sniper while panels falling. It does happen, or not hitting the cipher with your AK and it shoots you. Very dangerous room. I bet we'll see one person continue on it in the tournament at least. Minimum one.
The gap is about 35, so Plywood closed a tiny bit.
Whatever.
You could chase him down. There's enough time left.
There is.
There's enough rooms. We've seen it happen before, right?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It ain't over till it's over.
35 between these two players. It's not insurmountable.
This fellow? You remember me, don't you? You've grown.
You've grown.
High concentration of cerebral implants. Have they altered
All
your
grown.
memory too?
It's always funny when you grind in this game and Soldier says it's been a while. It's like, bro, it really hasn't.
It's been like an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming up to the infamous Jegenum. You can play it safe, as you might have saw that Apache did in his match, where you just go around and don't even interact with the guard. Loses about 3 seconds. I think both of these fellows are going to play it risky and approach the guard, try to cartwheel into him, and then get over the Jegenum gap. If you miss the gap, you lose a bare minimum of 11 seconds. If you have an alert, you're losing upwards of 30.
Yeah, it's a terrifying room, and I'll take the 3 seconds there to play it safe every day of the week. I do find it an intimidating room. Some runners don't. Joe said he doesn't. I don't know. Can just easily take away your whole run.
Is there somebody
I
there?
lost to Mac in a race by 2 seconds after losing 30 in the Jegenum.
All right. Joe is here. Let's see what he does.
All your movement to this first guard matters so much. Like that cartwheel was dodgy.
Ugh. Well, he got the guard,
that's so unsafe.
and he got the gap. All right.
That angle on the gap was terrible as well. Like,
yeah.
Give me a heart attack, Joe.
All right. Let's see what Plywood can do. Gotta have it clean if he wants any hope at this.
Yeah, we're getting closer to the end. He's running out of room to catch up here. But like we said, the infamous Jegenum, Tengu 1 and Tengu 2.
Okay.
That cartwheel was so far.
He was short. Oh my. All right, he's safe for now.
Both of those cartwheels just seem like from so far away, right? The cartwheel into the guard seemed like far away.
Stomach hurts just watching that. still, we still have 4 segments left, and they can bleed time. Still not over.
So during this section here in the ascending colon, we're stuck for 45 seconds after we slash the sword. If we don't slash the sword, the timer doesn't start, so that's why you see people do that immediately.
And you want to be north of where you spawn, because if you go south and try to hang out down there, the game will not progress until you move back north.
Just MGS2 things.
Exactly. Reasons. Tengu 1 for Joe. Oh, he's gonna avoid getting shot. Oh, never mind. He got shot from the guard.
Oh, that nearly worked. Like, getting shot is obviously quite slow. It stops you for like a full second.
Switch to the SOCOM. The skip. Clean.
Clean.
Very good. Very good.
Joe can close this out playing clean like this.
Yep. It's gonna take a lot at this point.
Really made up for his earlier mistakes, right? With just fantastic mid-game.
Awkward start there.
I don't like this position at all.
Yeah, I think he's too far back. Snake's getting shot a little bit. Meanwhile, Plywood with his skip. First try, very good. Yeah, this is not a good Tengu 2
This
at
is really
all.
bad, actually, yeah.
Really, really bad. He's got to be careful not to shoot Snake either.
I mean, I don't think he's going to lose 30 on it, but...
Yeah, he could lose 10 or 15. Plywood's in a better position. I think he's aiming a little too high, though. Or at least...
You want to aim kind of at the... under the fence, right? Like, I like to put it under the fence. This is not great for Plywood either. He's like shooting and moving the stinger down. Just leave it down.
Right. It goes through the gap, so he's trying to like shoot over it when you don't need to.
He's getting some. I mean, he hasn't missed them all or anything. He's had like 3 slip through.
S3 stands for Solid Snake Simulation.
Yeah, I don't think the gap's gonna close.
The time between the fish and mailed wasn't bad. That fish and mailed screen will come up twice, and you can, if your Tengu 2's really fast, you can get one into the other instantly.
Plywood made up 2 seconds. It's 32
seconds.
right now.
Wow. Obviously, we have the difference in loads as well to account for, but it doesn't. It never amounts to 30 seconds. I think the most we've seen is 11, right? Between 2.
No, we've actually seen about 20. So.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Now, I don't believe any of these players go for the new fast rays,
No.
middle, right, left.
Nope.
And I hope Joe doesn't think he can go for it because he saw it in the last race, because it does require a bit of practice to get the timing down.
For sure. Yeah, that is very difficult to do. You got to know when to re-equip your stinger. Hitting that right ray is the hardest for sure because you can easily hit the leg. Not recommended for most people. You save about 1.3 if you get it. But yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, it's really not enough to close up this race.
Yeah, Joe's playing it safe. Yep, leg head, green raise.
Are you awake yet, Jack?
My stream, like, for a second I thought his game crashed.
Yeah, barring something drastic at Solidus, this is looking like a win for Joe.
Yeah. Unless something nutty happened with loads, but Joe looked better in play. He did, swim glitch, faster Harrier.
Ooh, Plywood, that's slow. Okay, that's fine. I thought he didn't get that second ray because he took so long, and I thought the mouth would close.
What do you hope to hear?
One torture sequence apart.
It's not him I want the answers from.
You can bleed on Solidus time, but I don't know about this much time. But as we've said before, and as the other 2 matches have gone, we will go to IGT. always go to IGT no matter the gap in these races.
I'm stunned. I think two absolutely excellent players went to war here.
Yep.
Plywood has such room to grow. He's looking like a really strong player already, and
Oh yeah, I think both will be playoff contenders for sure. I think they have a great chance. Both of them make the playoffs and contend. So for sure.
we'll see some changes as we get into the later weeks. I'm really happy he's running V. It's cool to see.
Meanwhile, Joe is on his second phase. Get ready. I would start in his solidest fight.
Let's go. Over here.
Parry from Joe. Very clean, very nice.
Dude, doing the phase
Again.
2 first parry is so scary.
Joe.
Joe's
Very-
parries
that was
are on
sick.
point.
That was sick.
That's about as fast as you can do that
you
fight.
remember this place?
Yeah, that is.
Excellent from Joe.
Of course.
That's a statement.
This is
That is a statement from Joe between Swim Glitch,
remember
Harrier,
now.
that. He's ready to play, and he's ready to win.
I met you.
That's it.
And we'll finish
Oh,
up.
Plywood 2. Plywood 2 with the parry. Very good. Again, 2 excellent solidest fights.
We don't even do that. We don't even do the parry on the first dash. Let's
Very,
go.
very good for both. Very good for both.
Do you remember this place?
Well,
Of course. This is
we
where
will be going to IGT, but
I remember
I hope
now.
everyone watching enjoyed the 3 races that we had today.
I met you.
Couldn't have asked for better performances from people. Thank you everyone who's been in the chat chilling. It's great to see. I've said a few times, but we're doing this for the next 11 weeks. It's going to be awesome. I really am so happy.
Yeah,
A parry, Mr. R Speedy, a parry is where you throw out an attack just before Solidus hits you anytime in phase 2. So rather than Solidus in phase 2 is going to dash at you and attack, and you can hold L1 to block, but if you throw out an attack just before he hits you, we call it a parry because you knock him away rather than his attack hitting you, yours hits him. It's way faster but more dangerous.
It's up to us to teach that to our children.
Sorry, I just wanted to explain that.
No, you're good. You're good. So, but yeah, we're gonna take this to the score screen. So, hang out with us for the next 7 minutes or so, and we'll get the final score, and we'll go ahead and wrap things up. So, but we will have another broadcast of VE League next Thursday night, probably at around 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll have 2 or 3 good matches for you. Again, stay tuned to the schedule and our Twitter and the Discord for updates, and we'll keep you guys informed. But good day 1, don't you think?
Really good. Yeah, really good. Yeah. You know, it's so weird to sit and be commentating on it and looking at it actually happening because we've genuinely just talked about it for so long, and it's cool to see.
What's that hold on thing on Plywood's screen? That's kind of, I don't know what that means. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. I think we might get maybe Joe in here, so we'll try
Okay,
to get
cool.
him in here and get his thoughts.
Yeah, we'll take both of you if you're willing to jump in. Both your streams are muted, so you won't be heard on stream. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
God, that was so stressful.
Were you watching him?
Oh yeah, I had my
Okay.
eye on plywood for part of it.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, that ladder glitch, very interesting trying to save that, but you muscled it out and came back like fighting Swim Glitch, Harrier, solidus. Like, you're here to fight. You're here to win. We were jaws to the floor when you did swim glitch.
Yeah, I was telling people the other day that I was going to make a judgment call if I was going to do it or not, and I felt like that was the time. Even though most would have considered it very foolish in a race pace that I had.
Yeah, I mean, you had a decent gap to that point, so um, we figured we were going to go for it because that's just what you've been doing lately. I wouldn't have in that situation, but hats off to you, dude, for nailing a really, really clean swim glitch.
Yeah, but I knew I was behind from the ladder glitch, and then my hold 2 was just interesting. I don't know how I didn't
Yeah.
get caught doing that.
Yeah, you got really, really lucky. Another frame to the right, and you would have gotten caught. But very, very good.
Yeah, I saw what happened to his Harrier, and I kind of figured, yeah, that's what kind of really kind of turned the tables for me. And then I think I had more of that confidence to pull the trigger on swim glitch just to further add, pressure.
Yep.
Like, I told people I was going to use it if I needed it, but if my lead was otherwise, then I was going to decide then.
Mhm.
But yeah, GG's to Plywood. I knew this was going to be a hard race going in, and obviously we were in sync for part of it. He was roughly a room and a half ahead of me in the plant, just from what I kind of gathered. And then I think it was the Harrier plus, I don't know, whatever happened to him on KL. Like, I saw chat was like freaking out or something.
Oh, he threw the chaff super late, right? He threw the chaff really late on the KL, and then he got seen by the guard, but the chaff still hadn't gone off. So the Cypher's coming round before he gets on the wall, and there was like one frame of him going on the wall where the chaff
Oh
went
my
off, and the
God.
Cypher was just literally about to fire. Oh, that was actually crazy. I forgot that happened.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go clip that at some point because it was really just surreal to watch.
Okay, I thought maybe like I was like, oh man, I hope he didn't fall off or something.
No, he was about to, but no, he
It
got
was
really
one
lucky.
frame.
Oh my
One
God.
frame close. Yeah, you know, it's not even like probably a week ago or something that I would have said, yeah, this will be quite an easy race for Joe. Plywood just absolutely turned up. He looks like a really, really strong player. He's doing some things that are very new to the run, and he's just picking up the faster strats as quick as possible.
Yeah, he'll be a force for sure. He'll fine tune his game. He'll go for some other stuff. He'll lower that time. Once he starts getting 103s, then yeah, you're gonna see some beef out of Plywood for sure.
Yeah, I knew he was going to come in prepared for today. It's people are saying oh yeah, this should be no problem, but it's like he's not new to the game, and he's when he comes ready, he shows up. But yeah, I didn't realize that's what happened on KL.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was yeah, it was stressful to watch, but it was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, did we both have the same aims, by the way?
No, slightly different, but both really bad aims, northwest. But
Oh my God,
you
dude,
like
what
ran
happened to
round.
aims RNG today? My God,
Yeah,
I was dying for that. Like,
I think your
please give me
peak saved
something
time.
other than Northwest. Yeah,
In a
there he
race
is.
though, like
What's
if
up,
you,
Plywood?
Hey,
Hey,
Hey.
GG's, man.
GG's, Joe.
Yeah, I heard you had a close encounter in the KL section.
I didn't even know, so apparently that was scary. I had no idea. I was too
normally
busy thinking, I wish I had like 10 minutes of practice for Harriers so I didn't beefcake it so much, but that's all right.
Yeah,
I
it's
would-
rough.
Happens.
I was going into this race being like, I'm going to lose to Joe. I'm probably going to lose to Joe, and that's fine. Like, the first 2 weeks is just trying to get my bearings, understand the subtleties. It was fun, though.
I mean, I guess other than up to Harrier, it was a pretty tight race. I mean, you definitely showed up to run, and it's I kind of saw in the corner of my eye like what happened. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I saw I peeked in earlier and saw, I don't know why I even bothered. Like, I should never try things I just see other people do, like, oh, go down below, and I went to the wrong spot, not thinking like I need to be on the left side for the Harrier. So That was goofy, but you know,
Yeah,
Harrier's
it's
Harrier.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, I said going into this, like out of everyone who's played, you've probably played the least very easy out of everyone. Like that, you've done the least runs out of everyone in the league. I think that's probably true. You're at least on the lower end of for number of runs, and you're looking really strong.
All right, we are coming up on the score screen for Mr. Joe.
And then, by the way, this is definitely not a PB. It's what? That was my LBE time.
Very nice. It was
Yeah,
tied PB if it was
359.
last night.
Nice.
103.59.
Dude, what are the odds of that? I mean, my current PB is a 35, and I knew I wasn't gonna get it, but for real.
That's still a good time in this type of environment for sure.
Guys, just like my old PB is just saying, "Hey, I'm still here."
Meanwhile, Papa Plywood.
What's the
old
hold on about plywood?
438. I think that
38.
tied my PB.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I need to check. See.
What's it say? Hold on
It's
in your
from
top left
Batman
corner
Forever.
for?
It's the loading screen. I just put it up because you gotta hold on for the credits.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's see. What is it? Yeah, I tied my PB.
very nice. GG. So
There you go.
Yeah, I think everyone has played to a really good standard.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't believe I tied with that Harrier. Oh my god.
Just goes to show you, and the worst
Oh,
possible aims, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, what was up with that for real?
Oh man.
103 soon? Question mark.
Yeah.
I would hope.
I would imagine. Hold on. Hold on for that.
I thought that
one.
was a reference to the like with Otacon and MGS1 where it's hold on.
Hold. Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, definitely some exciting stuff today from everybody involved. Thank you all for watching, and we will be back with another broadcast next Thursday night. And we'll have a few more exciting matchups. Any other closing thoughts from any of y'all?
Yeah, I thought about it a lot, and with the very easy league, commencing, I really just want to say follow me on Twitter at Apache Smash, and my favorite Doors song is Riders on the Storm. Any thoughts, Joe?
I'm sorry. But yeah, I said this in the last race before this one, but it's just just shout outs to you and D Limes and whoever else helped contribute to putting on this VE league. It's definitely a lot of fun. I know it's a category that definitely has like the competitive aspect to it, and for anyone that's out there that may want to participate in stuff like this, we're always looking to have more. And you can check us out at the MGSR Discord. And for the promotion of MetalGearSpeedrunners.com, check out the wiki.
That was
Check
good.
out
I
the
enjoyed
Twitter as
that.
well.
Any thoughts, Plywood?
Nah, I think you folks covered it. Good job. Good job, team. See you next week on the channel for the next week of VE League.
Hell
Be
yeah.
exciting.